think Saul's got it. And he's on the move. Feels very
Yeah. And I'm feeling like a little upset and lost. I'm not. It's like I'm waiting for something to happen.
What are you waiting for?
I'm not sure.
Actually, I'm going to do it different. Because my intuition is telling me something else.
Yeah. There's a slight anxiety around it.
I think it's systemic. So let's do systemic, okay? We'll put it the other stuff like that. I don't think somebody to be alone.
Who's open to? I need a woman. Yeah.
Well,
Intuitive.
that's something you have to take care of after the constellation.
Thank you.
That side, yeah. Female side. Yeah, perfect. I'll put this in later. Yeah. I knew she was going to go there. That's where I was going to put the paper.
Maya. Feels like either my heart is opening up or it just like feels like it doesn't feel bad, but there's
Feeling slightly like threatened by you. Yeah.
Oh, look at her.
Well, in that case.
Something about him saying that made me feel like confused, but also like amused. Like it doesn't feel like I have a heavy heart, but it's like it's not uncomfortable, but it's not. I don't know how to describe this feeling. It's just something like it's not like something's here, but it's like connected to here.
Okay. So we always test out the field of male and female line. We were going to do organizational, but my intuition, when the field opened up, my intuition was to turn it more systemic. And the goal that he's working on is, I was going to put it over there, and then you stepped in, so that's very interesting. So put in somebody to represent your male line.
Sure, do you mind?
Behind Saul. Yeah.
Here.
And are you on the rug or off the rug?
I feel it. I want to just stay right around here. I don't know. It's like maybe on, maybe off.
Right.
I'm not quite sure.
I feel a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like I want to push you.
It's like I want to go over here.
Yeah, I think I want to be out here. I feel like I want to be off the rug.
Yeah.
I don't feel a resistance, but I don't feel any attraction.
Yeah.
At all. I don't feel part of this. This is,
No.
yeah.
You're not.
It's interesting to see it like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I want something from
I
you,
don't
but
want
there's.
anything from it. It's like something about it is just making me like, I feel grossed out. And like before I was feeling like, I'm cool, like I'm not unhappy, but I'm not happy, but I'm content. And I feel love, but it's not like overly love. It was just like, it's like I want to love, but I'm kind of just, it's it's not that I don't care, just that I'm not willing to feel it. And then when he stepped in, it was like, I'm very uncomfortable and I don't feel good, and now I need to move over here, and
it's like when
and
I
I
step
feel like
in,
almost like the energy was pushing me down, or wanted to put me down, and I'm like, no.
and when I feel like I don't belong, but I don't recognize you. It's like I don't feel your energy. It's like this. It's just like being in here. It's like I don't feel you.
It's like you're struck.
But I don't want to be in this.
You know, yeah, this isn't part of you anymore. And I want something from you, but there's something holding me back. I feel it here.
And I feel like I
I
can
can't do
feel
it.
that,
Yeah.
and I want to give that to you, but I don't know how.
And your mom is
What's interesting is I do want to be in here, but I just can't. I feel like I want to move this way, but
I don't want you in here.
I'm staying here.
So interestingly, I pick up a couple of different things. So your mother feels like, so it feels like divided countries. I'm just going to say it out loud. Okay. And I keep noticing that every time I try and unfold your arms, you're very resistant. You're yeah. So let's see. I'm gonna test, and I feel like it's your mother stuff, so let's do this. Sarah?
Yeah.
Right here.
Just made me feel really like comforted and really nurtured, and like I feel safe. Like there's someone like protecting me from behind. I'm encased in like warm pink blankets.
Okay. David, do you want to be in a role, or you want to sit it out?
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to be the male line connected to Rachel, which would be David's. She's representing David's mother, or female line, and then you're her male line,
So I'm David's grandfather?
possibly, yeah, or great grandfather.
I don't want to be over here anymore. I want to be over here. I'm drawn this way, but still not into this. Still don't want to be
I feel kind of lost.
Yep. So my intuition is that, like I said, I feel that there's a division in countries, and I can bring in countries, but let's see where we go first. That's my intuition is.
Yeah.
A lot of strong energy.
It feels like I still feel protected, but I almost feel like
And then make sure we all speak up so we can hear.
I'm turning my shoulder on you, and I'm slowly turning away. And this is actually feeling better.
It is. I'm recognizing
Yeah.
your energy now. And I think that's why I was moving this way. Either I'm recognizing your energy, or I want to face off against you.
Yeah.
Right. I think now we're recognizing the energy that's in this room when you two came in. Now I can recognize.
It's like a dark cloud.
yeah, it's not. It doesn't feel like it's necessarily bad, but it's not good. It's just like this figure of just like darkness, but not like, I don't know how to describe this.
Heavy.
It's heavy, but it's like, it's not, I feel like I'm not acknowledging it, like I'm denying it in some way. Like every time I try and speak that there is something wrong, like I'm trying to switch the words so it doesn't seem like it's wrong. But like, as she said that, that felt right. Like it's something, it's like, like a dark shadow figure, just like trying to like.
It's like you're bringing too much. You're bringing way too much. Like at first it was just you, and I could kind of see that.
Mhm.
But now there's all of this. And
Yeah.
it's like, what are you doing?
It's like I don't want to deal with any of it.
Right. So David, how do you feel? Because you were brought in as her
I
father.
feel fine, I'm just.
Of course you do, because you're the person who makes everybody feel uncomfortable.
It's almost like I
Not
was-
David, I'm talking about in the role.
But it's like
Big grant.
I kind
Yeah.
of got used to feeling uncomfortable that like now I just kind of am it, but not like I don't feel it anymore. It's just like it's there and it's a part of me. And that's kind of like I feel like I'm putting it on you. Like just being uncomfortable with my own
Yeah, not
stuff
feeling.
and I'm projecting it onto you or something. It feels like because I'm not acknowledging or facing how I feel about my own, but about him, I don't know how to deal with you and how you feel.
I feel like I'm expecting something, and it just hasn't worked out. And now I don't know how to feel in my skin. You know, it's like, it's all.
And I don't know what
It's
to do
coming
about
from
it.
somewhere else.
I feel like I want to. I want to do something, but I don't even know, like I can't even bring my head around how or what.
I don't think it's that.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm waiting for something to happen to
Yeah.
get me in to the center. to
How does that make you
cross through.
feel?
Safe?
I'll try something.
It makes me nauseous.
If you turn towards him,
Like it's not like nauseous, but like.
and how do you feel when she faces you?
Like I feel like not scared, but like I want to be scared.
I think I'm feeling a little bit confused. It's like I'm not sure why everybody's feeling this way.
Like I felt better when I moved away from him.
It's just very perplexing. Wow.
Like I feel like there's no love. Like I don't feel loved, and I feel like ashamed of it.
Makes me feel a little sick and very sad.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I'm clueless.
Yeah.
This is actually starting to bother me.
Troy, do you connect with the pillow?
No, I'm really, what my feeling, I'm looking at him and waiting for him to do something. Like, I feel that if he takes a step forward into this, I'm gonna come in. I don't know if it's in a protector role or to repel him. That's how I'm feeling now, that all my focus is over here.
Yeah.
I definitely see them, but my focus is on him.
I
And I'm
know.
waiting, like, I feel like I want to be drawn in, but I'm waiting on what you are gonna do. And that's how I'm feeling right now. With the pillow, I was more just focused over here, not really so much on the pillow.
So, do you want to be in a row? So I'm going to bring you in as, now this is confusing to me of which side I should put you in. So I'm going to put you in and then you decide which, where you feel you're going to be. You connected to him and bringing you in as the spouse here.
I feel like putting my arms around
I feel sick. I don't want to be turned towards her. This one's over.
I feel like weak and like overpowered and like I just have to stay here next to him.
And I feel bad for her. I mean, I just feel like when she came in and then this doesn't look right, or it doesn't feel right to me. I feel bad for her.
Yeah, I was feeling disgusted. That was the feeling.
I don't wanna
was,
look at it.
Sick and disgusted.
It's like I don't wanna
be a
know.
part of that.
Great grandmother. Or great great grandmother. So I'll tell you what my intuition, and I feel in my in my body in your field, my whole solar plexus have shut down. And I think that some of what Rachel's feeling, and so some of what you're working on, some of the, let's just call them blocks, right? From what I'm feeling, it's all on your female side. And it seems like this person, he could be a forefather on your mother's side, who seems to be very strict and overpowering the females in your mother's ancestral line. I felt like there's either an abandoned child or a child that's not been seen in the family system. And I'm not sure, because she just threw it on the floor like she didn't want to deal with that. So it's interesting.
Like at first it felt really nice and warm and it felt good, but then when I turned towards him, it started feeling like it started deteriorating. Like the energy started to pull down, and I just didn't feel good, and I needed to throw away.
Yeah, so there's some, I don't know if it doesn't feel like abuse to me. It doesn't feel like any sexual abuse or anything like that. It just feels like he's very overpowering. And then you sat down, so you were brought in as her mother. But you sat down, so what are you feeling what made you sit down when I brought the great-grandfather in?
Yeah, and I felt like I had no place standing up with all these people. I needed to sit down. It wasn't my place to stand. Like, I didn't feel like strong enough to stand up with everybody.
Okay.
I didn't feel that there was a lot of acknowledgement going on here.
Right. So if you look at...
And getting away from him, gave me relief.
Mm-hmm. Right. And so, and then Rachel's doing the same by abandoning a child too. So it's interesting. So let's do another complicated situation. I'm actually going to bring in 2 older brothers, younger. Someone feels may have come before you. That's how it feels to me. We can test it out. So it's you, younger. Someone definitely feels over there. Wow, it's heavy stuff. So, anybody who wants to sit on a chair, pick a chair that they want to sit on. So I only have 2 more people left, though. We've used everybody in the room. Want to try one of those chairs, Sylvia?
Get in there.
Yeah, you're going to be 2, there's 2 boys. Whichever chair feels right to you.
When she sat down, my head started hurting.
Well, these are your siblings.
Oh.
There's a lot going on in the field.
Those
There's a
my
lot
siblings?
right here.
Those are your siblings.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and then I don't have the paper that you had originally given me. But there's a lot of different things. Initially, I felt divide in the country and nations, which I still feel it sort of dissipated a little bit, and then I just feel like whomever you represent in David's maternal line seems to be an overpowering person. see, you just follow wherever. You're like ever present. And I don't know where he's coming from, but he may be are you following where everybody else goes?
I have no idea, I'm just.
Following, you're going
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
okay.
It's interesting, when he started to move, I didn't see him moving, but I was drawn over here into this. And then I noticed he was gone from there and he's moving.
Mhm. So
So
you're
his
coming in
movement-
to protect your family?
His movement made me want to come into this.
Yeah.
I'm closer to soul now. It feels fine.
He's almost like the sun,
Who is?
him, like it feels like he's sun energy. The way he wrote.
Sorry, I can't,
It's
Oh,
like
the
strong,
sun.
it's strong and it's male, but it's still rotating. Like it's not solid, you know, it's rotating, you know, it's not like.
And you were you represent like a grandmother figure, so you felt like coming over to
Yes.
support them?
Yeah,
Okay.
immediately.
And then Jessica, how do you feel in this? This would be interesting.
I know, I want to find out who's who.
Well, that's your youngest.
Is it?
Yeah.
I
We
feel
always
like
put him in, remember at the beginning of Constellations, we were saying the order of love, so we always put him in the order that they were born. So you were the oldest, which is Rachel, and then Sylvia will be your second sibling, and then this will be the third. That pillow is significant. I feel like it hasn't all been sorted out yet. And it could be a hidden thing that, between the parents, or even before the parents met. There's something that I can't quite put my fingers on yet, but it will show up. Always does.
I'm feeling a connection to you.
I feel like I'm not allowed to move.
Mhm.
And I feel like incredible weight and stress.
Just make sure you speak up.
Yeah, I feel a lot of weight on my shoulders. And like I'm not allowed to voice anything, or like I had a feeling that I wanted to pick this up, but I'm not allowed to do any of that.
I feel really grateful that you walked into the circle.
And I feel very comfortable in here now with him.
Yeah, well, you're the father. This is your family. And your father passed away a while ago, right? And Sylvia, how do you feel?
I feel safe, like around people that love me.
Oh, that's
I
good.
feel really safe. I had no idea he was the father role, but now like.
Did you feel connected
I feel
before?
like you weren't allowed to participate, so it's almost like I feel more loving towards my father, because you at least were like trying to figure out how to fit in. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I feel more love from him, like I feel my heart opened up even more.
Go ahead,
I
Jessica.
feel like a close connection to Rachel. I'm confused about Saul, but like I said, you feel really, like I was really grateful when you stepped in. It was almost like a relief, like. But I also feel like the least affected by whatever is going on. I don't know why. Like it's almost like I'm watching it, I'm aware of it, and like because I'm connected to it through whatever the relationships are present. But I still sort of feel like there's still a block of distance between.
Do you feel like you're emotionally a little checked out?
A little bit.
I feel there's tension across my chest.
And I feel anxiety. And when he walked in, I started feeling like sick. Not like sick, but like anxious sick.
Didn't have a good relationship.
I don't know if I should answer that. I'm kind of still fascinated to hear what's coming out.
Okay.
I feel that I want to take you and put you over with them. You know, because it's like your back is turned to them. I feel bad. It's like I feel bad for them.
And then
I
your
want you to-
blockiness
I want you to
from
face
mother
face
energy
them.
too.
But there's something about that that's making me really uncomfortable. You even doing it.
And it's like I want you to do that, but I don't want to see any of this. It's like I want to keep walking in that direction, you know?
So I'll ask you this question. Who blocks you the most?
I feel his presence a lot. Who blocks me the most?
Okay, so who are you connected the most to?
I feel like I'm actually connected the most to this person here, and I want him to reach out to me. That's what I want. Yeah.
Can you do that, Troy? Well, he's trying to, and you're...
Yeah, I keep
Right, I feel like I
intentionally.
want to move him like this.
Okay, go do it. Let's see what
Right,
happens.
move him like this, and not have his back facing, I guess, the family and myself and the family. So
Mhm.
this feels more comfortable to me, like this. I don't know, when you stepped out, I saw you, but now you're kind of out there.
I feel
Don't
like,
feel
I
this
feel drawn
energy.
to her. I feel really sad and really like alone and abandoned and scared.
See, and then I want your love, like I'm just thinking that's my mom, like that's what I'm desiring.
Does this feel like
And now
it
that
belongs to
you
you?
I feel
out.
where she said this block.
So it doesn't feel like it belongs to
Your
you?
mom's issues with your father, that was blocking and misinforming, because there's pure love under it, but there's this misinformation, it's not
Yeah.
even like, I don't think it's even like purposeful. I think there's just a lot of miscommunication.
So Rachel, what made you go over there?
I started feeling alone and abandoned, and I was like with him, and I just didn't want to. Like,
That's
I didn't
really,
belong. I just didn't want to be there.
And then
Just-
this male energy
Totally
feels more
missed.
solid than the floating sun. That's like some old history story.
So I'm
That's
gonna
just
put
floating.
this actually
That
right in
really
the
has a
middle.
lily right now in this earth. Like that's just some old like Mexican god story that's just floating. Like this is more solid male,
That
some
was-
solid energy.
All this, I don't even see him anymore.
Hmm.
He's nothing. Whereas before, my eyes were on him.
him all the
So
time.
now,
Yeah.
this,
It's no longer in
I mean,
Angela's ashes.
no.
Okay, so here's a, so do you feel better sit in that position?
It's really interesting because I wanted you to, and I was like, there's something
No, she has to be authentic to her role. That's
upset.
what she feels.
Upset where I want to go that way, and you pulled me back, and that's what I wanted. And I felt like I was abandoning you, but pleased that I've been pulled back to the family. Like I couldn't do it myself.
Take a seat. So you're a child in the. So when we put people in chairs, then that makes them small, so that they can be small in their family system. They can remain the children, and then anybody who's standing is obviously the adults. So sometimes it's also when something is discorded earlier on in life, when you restore something called the order of love, when you restore a child just being a child in their own family system, then they don't have to carry all the adult stuff. So is some of David's blocks he's carrying from his adult, from his parents, his ancestral line, wherever it's coming from, it's kind of complicated. It's a lot of different things going on.
It cleaned up beautifully.
It did because what happened is the father has a place which he's been sort of missing. Nobody really noticed the pillow that I put in. Do you feel connected?
I don't feel connected to that, the pillow at all. I'm connected here.
I would like to take it away.
And put it where? Okay.
And
Well-
this seems more right to me, seeing
Okay.
it like
Well,
this.
what I'm seeing here is since we're the ancestors, you would think that we would be behind them. but I see us in front of you, and the only way you can move forward is through us.
That's beautiful. That's an amazing message.
That's interesting.
We're like
I
a
also
patriarch.
felt like you were kind of holding me back, like
Right.
keeping me from being a part of this. Like I wasn't allowed to, but the role she was playing was like, no, come in, like, and it just felt better over here. And
Yeah,
I
it
just
seems
feel
like,
so-
it seems like
I wanna like
she's,
hold your hand.
somehow
Like,
she's.
I just feel
like leaning
I just
against
feel
her.
really good
This
is what I feel
against
like.
her.
That was what drew me in over this way, and drew you in, the
Yeah.
peacekeeper here.
Yeah.
And I don't
It's like,
feel
no, it's
like I
okay.
should be here, I feel I should be with you all here.
Yeah.
Like, I feel
So this is a
better.
Kodak moment.
And all that
Awesome.
tension is gone.
Yeah,
Good, that's
I feel
great.
like
And-
relieved.
And uncomfortable. And I even feel like a pulsing in my third eye.
So I'm feeling like you've done what you needed to do, now I can step out without overseeing and allow you to just kind of live your life and go forward.
I feel like guilty that I like abandoned these women and I want to get out the back door. Like, I want to go out here.
Right. So there was a lot of different things that have shown up in your field, and one is the discomfort, immediately the discomfort that women have, right? That you and your mother have a bond, but then the father was not allowed to be in the family system, right? Somehow it got resolved by just subtle movements. There's still a little discord over here where this ancestor is very powerful and seems to, the female still wants to be, to me it feels like he's so overbearing that you can't,
Yeah.
you shut
I
down.
felt much better when he was over there. Like I could open up and it was like I felt bad, but I need to go. Like I don't want to be a part of this. Although I feel love here, but it's just like it's not worth me staying right here
Mhm.
to be a part of this
Mhm.
because of him.
So to me, if I tune into your system, this feels good. The discord was somewhere in the ancestral line where a female was shut down. She wasn't allowed to speak. She wasn't allowed to speak her truth. She wasn't allowed to move. She had to just bear whatever came to her, right? And it's like your mother's sort of has similar stuff going on in a way, but and projecting. But it seems like once they sat down, the father came back in the picture, sort of like what I was saying earlier. When we have 50%, we have DNA, 50% male and 50% female, and when that gets restored, and then we can feel whole and complete, and then the blocks can shift and move out of our system so that we can move forward, still having somewhere we still want to feel like we have our ancestral support behind us without abandoning them. Like in my own constellations, I always felt like I could never move forward and I could never sort of move out of being Indian and loyal to that and feel like I could fully move forward. I always felt like if I fully moved forward in just being my spiritual self, forget Indian, forget British, forget America, forget all of it, just being authentic to myself, somehow I was disrespecting, being disloyal to my female line, and everything was going to fall apart. They weren't going to love me anymore. So in your system, I'm almost feeling like you carry some of that female connection over here where she's shut down and she can't move. Because remember what we're working on? Do you mind if I tell everybody what you're working on?
No, go ahead.
Well, actually, I'll tell them in a minute, but that might be the block that I'm picking up is why you're not able to move forward. Does that make sense to you?
We'll find out.
Okay. So are you okay? You want to sit down?
It makes me feel, I just feel like I'm away from him. I felt like I'm trying to let go of like stress that I felt in my head here.
Okay. I think we don't have any more people. I was going to put in a female. So what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to have you turn around and just imagine that your female line is right there supporting you. How does that feel?
It feels good, although I feel guilty kind of turning my back here, but not guilty enough to turn around.
Right, because you've got the female support that you need, right?
Mhm.
And you're away from this person that's
Mhm.
that's not bringing you any kind of happiness.
Mhm.
Okay, good. So you feel good and resolved?
Yeah, like I could just run and go.
Okay, so let's do that. If you need to go out the door, that's okay too. Because the one thing we want to do is we want to make sure that whatever's in the past has also settled so that he can move forward in his future. So he's not carrying it, right? And how do you feel with her going to greener pastures
I feel.
and not shackled?
I think okay,
Yeah?
yeah.
Can you turn around? Or do you want to stay watching your
I
over
think
your...
I'm staying here.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Fantastic. And is that where you feel you need to sit?
No, I feel like you need to go away.
Oh, okay, go away. I know. Decisions. See, even as a facilitator, I'm like, oh, decisions. So, let's see. So Saul, you represent David, and David, if I would love for you to go and sit in that chair and be in your own field to receive your parents as a whole and complete family system. Cool? So let's have you shift. And just feel what that energy feels like. You can stand behind him. How's that feel seeing everybody? What do you feel?
It's a mixture of feelings that's just kind of moving through so quick. It's like just integrating with it. It's like going back to the past and just recognizing the energy trying to move forward. You know, and there's kind of a mess left behind. So it's like going back to that mess and then getting it all cleaned up. It feels good, but at the same time, there's like a resistance or stubbornness.
Okay,
It's like,
so
I really don't want to be here, but it's also good that I'm here.
okay. So
It's like, it's.
I know.
What's the paradox word?
well, the thing is that so this is what we're working on, right? We're working on you letting your ancestors have whatever lifestyle they had to go through, right? Whatever was their karma in that.
Confused about because I never knew or saw that stuff about
Right,
that
but
part.
somewhere in your DNA, you're carrying all of that. That's what's blocking you. So you're saying the words, and I'm hearing it. I don't know if you're hearing it back, but your resistance is that you're holding space for probably this woman that was never seen, that was never allowed to speak, and somewhere your loyalty is through your mother's line with this female. But she's okay over there. So turn around for a second, Kate. Ask her. Ask her this question. Shall I carry stuff for you?
Shall I carry stuff for you?
I'm good. I'm free to go. And I feel a million times better. No, don't carry anything.
You still want to carry it?
No, I'm happy to get rid of it.
Okay. So then now can you go So you're his emotional barometer, right? How does that feel when you just ask her? Does that release anything?
Yeah, it does, a lot better.
And then, Saul, you're his emotional barometer, right? You're working at his soul level.
Yeah.
How do you feel about his goal? And you can chime in too, because it's your goal. The family can chime in, because they're all like, woo, we're here too.
We're like, woo, yeah. Feels
I'm
good.
like, go, let's go,
Yeah,
come on, go.
Like,
Yes.
goosebumps, like, it's a good feeling, like, you should do it.
Yeah, like there's possible flight, you know?
Flight?
Yeah, like,
That's a good analogy of what we're working on.
yeah, you can soar.
Soar?
Yeah.
Do you feel drawn to going over there?
A little hesitation.
Do you want it to come to you?
That'd be easier, yeah.
Can it?
Oh, David. Hey, I'm not doing your constellation all over again. Okay, I'll make it easier. How about if I put it a little closer? How does that feel?
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Baby steps, right? And baby steps. So you don't have to take big steps. So now how do you feel? Does either one of you feel like you can pick it up and go? Trust your movement, Saul. Even if David can't go, you're working for him at a soul level. Don't sit down. I don't want you to sit down.
I feel like a cheerleader.
You feel like a cheerleader? So see how your
Oh my
ancestor...
God. Oh my.
No, that's amazing that your ancestors are like, go for it, David.
And I even feel like,
Yeah, me too.
I want to encourage him, and like, do
Me
it,
too.
Me too.
go.
So how, do you want to walk, do you want to hold his hand and walk forward with him?
Not really.
Do you notice your resistance?
Yeah.
I just want you, and if you don't feel that way, I don't want to force it, but I would like you to try it.
I kind of just enjoy sitting here and absorbing the
I know.
good feel, the good vibes.
No, I'm not in this. I want to push him forward.
I just,
Oh, how funny. So everybody says, go forward, and I go, no, I'm going to sit here and enjoy this.
No, like, no, go.
Well, okay.
it's getting you out of your comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna have you guys turn around. Let's see, can you walk forward towards your future, even if it's like baby steps? Oh, okay, big steps then. How's that feel?
Easy.
It didn't feel as hard as you thought, right?
No, not at all.
How do you feel, Saul?
I feel like it's kind of what I wanted from the beginning. Like the expectation, you know,
Yeah.
of something.
Very happy, right?
We're
Huh?
happy.
Very proud,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
proud.
We're happy.
Because before I was trying to escape without you, you know, and now I feel like
Like,
it's
just do
free,
it.
it's more possible.
So here's the thing. This seems very subtle, right? We had to go through a lot to be able to see that woman all the way back there. That is where your loyalty lies. The woman that was never had a voice. The woman that never would, she had to stay stoic. She had to take shit. She got pushed down in her life and she was trampled by whoever this ancestral man is. Believe it, your loyalty is with her. You've done her a tremendous amount. So she's like, hurrah, hurrah.
I know, when you did that, I go, oh man, that felt so light.
So that may be, we had to go through all of this to uncover her, which is probably where your loyalty is and where you're carrying like this energy of, I want to do it, but I don't want it. I want it, but I can't. I want it, but I can't, which is probably what her life was like. You had me on my toes as a facilitator, so. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay.
I didn't really feel like we had to say much. All the movements did everything for you.
It moved amazingly smooth.
Okay. Sarah, do you want to bring in the pillow? Because the pillow had some kind of significance.
a supportive voice.
No, I think we should hold on to it. Okay, so we bid David adieu. Much success in his practice. He's amazing. He's very good at what he does, by the way. I've had amazing results. And so I wish him a lot of success in his practice. And anything that doesn't belong to us, we leave it with him and his family, and we walk away free.
Is that pillow from your house, Nita?
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
all the pillows.
Thank you.